sure. Always have thought that you are my cure. Now I'm in hell without you by my side. Really don't know how much I can survive. I thought you were an angel that could fly me with you. Thought you were an angel, 'cause heaven was with you.
So coming to another launch that happened today, that's the Fascino 125 Fi. So you need to note that Yamaha is planning to discontinue the 110cc models, be it the Fascino or the Ray ZR or the Street Rally, and they're going to replace it with these new 125cc Fi BS6 models. And the red one looks absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And to note what's new, well, as you can see, 30% more power than prior, 16% improved mileage, and the claim is close to 58 kmpl, which is amazing for a 125cc scooter. You have the blue core technology that offers optimized combustion efficiency. Then you have the idle start stop system similar to Hero's i3s system. So it's like a hybrid system. The moment you come to a standstill, the motor stops on its own, and when you need to get going, all you need to do is twist the throttle and you're good to go. So that's how the start stop system works. This is the matte blue color. I love the dual tone color more than it looks a little more neat and a little classy than the other flashy colors. The red one looks a lot more gorgeous and ravishing, but personally I would go for this blue and black color, more noble and premium looking. Now coming back to the engine, air cooled 4-stroke 2-valve engine, puts out 8.2 PS of max power, 9.7 newton meters of max torque, and yes, it gets fuel injection now. And the best part is that it's 4 kgs lighter, so it's just 99 kgs lesser weight, better performance, better pickup, and better riding pleasure. So also another improvement is a 12-inch wheel being included up front, 10-inch wheel at the back, 190mm disc up front, and 21 litre under seat storage, which is significant. I think it was there before as well, and 5.2 litre tank capacity. Now let's focus on the motorcycle, the scooters. I love the contrast seat here for the blue one. It has a nice contrast, and in the floorboard with the brown color adds to the visual appeal. And we have this kind of a carbon fiber queue on the dash. It's more of a retro style than anything else. Can't figure out where's the parking brake here, but I wish they had included the parking brake that prevents the scooter from rolling backwards when you park it on inclines. There's no high beam flasher either, so I would have preferred that as well. You do get the engine start stop technology on off switch, so you can turn it on or off as per your personal preference. And you have the smart motor generator right here, which aids in that idle start stop mechanism. And apart from that, the red one also gets a unified braking system like prior, which means even if you apply the rear brake, the front brake is engaged automatically to provide more confidence inspiring, safe and secure braking mechanism. Overall, you have this telescopic forks up front to offer a nice and plush ride quality, and at the back you have a unit swing suspension, I believe. Yeah, this is more this also aids in offering nice and plush ride quality. The engine is fuel injected one. The seat, well, it's nice and spacious now. You can see more than adequate room for the rider, adequate amount of room for the pillion, and the tail lamp looks absolutely gorgeous. Just look at the way it looks like the limousine of the scooters. That's how elaborate and classy it is. And I love the layout. Actually, it looks beautifully laid out, and yes, the retro theme is clearly evident throughout. These are all the colors. And another important thing that you need to note is that the floorboard has been further increased in length to offer better leg room, The front panels are carved out to offer better legroom for taller riders, so that's another significant improvement you need to note. And yes, we also now get a front hook to hook on your bags and baggages apart from the standard under seat hook. And you also get an integrated ignition switch which opens up, which kind of releases the boot as well. So I don't have the key, but maybe I'll show it to you later once I'm doing the test ride and stuff. So that's pretty much it. It's like a sports red or Ferrari red kind of this thing. The headlamp is completely redesigned. You can see a bit of chrome inserts right here. I'll have to move away because Shumi is getting more loud and clear with this presentation for the power drift. And yes, you have Fascino in the instrument console in analog to keep up with the analog with the retro theme. A little more of chrome here for the rearview mirrors. I would prefer it to be slightly wider to offer a wider field of view. These are all the colors that are available for the Fascino, the typical retro style classic scooter from Yamaha with the modern technology. And yes, you get a 12-inch wheel up front. I wish they had offered a 12-inch wheel at the back to further aid in better high-speed stability, but you also only get a 12-incher up front and a 10-inch wheel at the back. And these are regular street tires when compared to the block pattern off-roading tires that the Race ZR gets. So that is one thing you need to note. Oh, so one more thing is that Race ZR gets the street tires, but the street rally model is what gets the block pattern tires. So that's one thing you need to note. And okay guys, now time for the test ride of the new Fascino, the BS6 model. You can see the tail lamp looks great, and this is BRS Shoaib right here. You can say hi. This is his friend, another sweet lady. So anyway, time for me to go for a test ride. BS6 model, 30% more power, better legroom on offer. This is serious fun, riding in the parking lot of ITC Grand Chola. And yeah, so it's nice and compact. So it looks slightly bigger than the previous gen Fascino. First thing, the dash looks very premium, especially this color looks classy. And everything, the build quality seems to have significantly improved when compared to the previous gen model. And the refinement is there, there's no vibration whatsoever. It accelerates very cleanly, revs cleanly. 30% more power thing is clearly evident. I want to ride the street rally model, but then you have this idle start stop mechanism. I'll demonstrate that for you in a while. This is the brakes are happening fine. Only thing is I can't push it because this is very short stretch. The brakes are pretty neat. The bite is good from the front disc. And now I just want to demonstrate the idle start stop mechanism. So let's stop here and let's see whether the bike stops. I think it will take a few seconds. Yeah, it just stopped. Now I need to get going again. So all I need to do is accelerate, and wow, this works so well. So effortless as well. So very good thinking by Yamaha Motor India, because this really first of all helps you optimize every drop of fuel. Secondly, puts out lesser pollution. So having a green and clean environment always makes a difference, and Yamaha striving to achieve that is something that's commendable. And it's just one short track, so this is not satisfactory test ride. Seat is super comfortable, legroom is clearly evident. You guys can see as to how spacious, how much room is there front, and the overall dual tone theme looks very well down and very well laid out. The suspension is well sprung, so gliding over the potholes. This is kind of the parking lot, this thing, so there's no tarmac here. It's not a smooth road, but I'm able to glide through it effortlessly. The initial acceleration is there. Wow, the brakes are good as well, so that's pretty much it. The handling and everything is pretty neat. Wow, wow, wow. And now that I've demonstrated the start-stop system, we also have an eco light indicator, so that helps you to optimize the fuel economy further. They claim 16% improved fuel economy over the previous preceding model. You can see you have the eco light, so long as you're riding it in the eco mode. How do you ride in the eco mode? Well, don't give sudden acceleration. So the moment you give sudden acceleration, you can see the eco light is gone. So but when you're gliding and ambling through effortlessly, so they're not putting too much strain on the engine, the eco light is on, so that's where you're optimizing or maximizing your fuel economy. So that's how you ride. Make sure you ride with the eco light on, and I'm sure you'll get much more satisfactory fuel efficiency or mileage figure when compared to the regular one. And what if you turn it off? So turn it off and try to stop here. So it remains on, it doesn't turn off. Now I switch it back on and it turns off. Want to get going from the signal, accelerate, and away you go. The floorboard is more spacious, I've already mentioned that. Seat is much more comfortable. Suspension is well laid out. I miss out the high beam flasher here, and maybe a parking brake would have been kind of sealing the deal, because that are the only two things that are missing here. And short turning radius. It's almost like riding through a go-karting track. But I love the feel of the new Fascino. It's bigger, it's better, and it's classier, it's well built. So I feel they've done a good job with this upgrade. It is a proper comprehensive upgrade that you can think of. The handlebar is also wider and upright, so the seating posture is much more comfortable, and the handlebar slightly closer to the rider as well. So that's another thing you need to note. You have a larger 12-inch front wheel, so that adds on to the better high-speed stability and helps you clear obstacles with ease. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the upgrade from the Fascino. It's better in every which way possible. The BS6 engine, the fuel injected engine, is super refined, super responsive. Start-stop system is an icing on the cake, and the new paint scheme, this one looks pretty attractive, man. When you're riding, this looks classy, and one of the best paint schemes currently available. The red one looks a little too flashy for me. This one looks a lot more classier. You have 21 liters of under seat storage, so what else can you ask for? It's good. More second. Another thing I need to point out is the side stand engine cutoff feature. Idle start stop is off, and I'll try to put on the side stand. Yeah, it cuts off the engine, so that's a neat touch as well. Wow, so good package overall, and this one looks a lot more attractive. Especially I love the tail lamp. I love this touch. This is the best looking tail lamp. What do you think?
Hello, the guys. क्या लगा? अच्छा लगा?
I love this tail lamp. What do you think?
So I entirely love the design of this scooter, and I actually liked riding that scooter because it feels a little more lighter and it full
sportier,
मतलब
peppier.
मेरे जैसे जवान लोगों के लिए
हाँ
वो actually
अच्छा, मेरे लिए
हाँ।
मेरे जैसे लोगों के लिए मैं
नहीं, इनके जैसे बूढ़े लोगों
के लिए
पावर में वैसे कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है,
same है ना।
पर फिर भी वो चला के थोड़ा वो लग रहा है कि हायर बर्स्ट चल रहा है।
And good thing is that what you know कि despite of being a BS6 scooter,
so you don't feel the lack of power or anything. That's a good thing. अच्छा है। तो बुल्लू is on
Instagram
is on a fire actually. आग लगा दे रहा
चल रहा हूँ पहले खाने का।
ठीक है, this Shoaib and this gentleman Pratik. So sweet kids, wishing them all the best, putting out good content, and this is a pretty interesting camera, Osmo Pocket.
ठीक है।
Crazy little champion right there.